Hey guys, Bree here. So I am going to be making some of these little Santa sacks, like little gift bags, and I'm actually making them for our event coming up next week. And so I'm going to make a few of them here. So I've got my heat press on. I've got all of my ink colors, which I wanted to show you guys how many ink colors we actually provide, just so you have an idea, and that way whenever you decide to give it a try yourself, you have an idea of the colors that we provide, okay? So let us start with, the keyword today is going to be exclamation point links. So exclamation point LINKS. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna send you some info, or it's gonna send you a link to my, it's got like all of my links on it, okay? So you can figure out if you need ink instructions. I've got ink instructions there. I've got paste instructions. I've got shopping my chalk website. I've got shopping my Amazon store website, which is where you will find these little guys, as well as the heat press that I use. So anyways, say hi. And again, you can just do exclamation point links, okay? So first, let me scoot these back so you guys have an idea. I do want and hope for more ink colors, but the only one that I think that I'm missing is gonna be Shimmer Copper. And I'm not sure if I'm just out of it or I can't find it. I'm not sure. So we've got, you've got your candy apple, you've got two different oranges, you've got a yellow, 4 different greens, 4 different blues. You've got more of like a maroon, a couple of pinks into your purple, and then you've got your neutrals, your gray, black, white, and then you have 3 shimmers. So it's going to be copper, silver, and gold, okay? So anyways, just so you have an idea, those are all the colors that we have, that you can choose from. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a couple of projects. Now, I want you guys to give me some ideas. Feel free. If you were to buy this at a craft show, what color would you buy it in, okay? So the bags themselves are that canvas burlap color, and these are the 2 that I'm gonna start with. Would you like them all in black? Like, I think this one all in black is gonna look great. This one we could do black and like pesto, that darker green. But let me know, if you were to buy them at a craft show, what would catch your eye? Would it be more of like the one color together? Oh, there's a mosquito. Ooh, we're gonna catch him. Yo, these mosquitoes here are so bad right now because we got, I don't know how much rain we got, but it was insane. So we have Benadryl cream on hand for itching. We have mosquito spray everywhere. I have mosquito spray and I'm staying inside. Like, it's been pretty crazy. Hi. Okay, cool. So those of you guys who are on, did you guys get the notification through Facebook? I did not send it on I did not send it my other way, okay? And I'll explain why here in a second. It'll be my backup one. It's like, I know, it's like the wasp all over again. You guys remember that wasp that came in here? Not cool. All right, so I've got an ink mat, and what I did, this is actually part of a really long one, okay? It's still missing a small little section, but this one itself, I cut these down. And what I'm gonna do, before I pull it off, you can put a sticker or you can write front on it. That way you can put it back on, it'll kind of help. Okay, cool, glad you guys got the Facebook notification. Awesome. That makes me happy. I'm so glad. Okay, so here's the thing. If I go live 5 times a day, Facebook will only send you the very first notification. So even if this was my first of 5 lives, you'll only get a notification for this live. You won't get a notification for the next 4. So So what I'm gonna do, because I can't control what Facebook sends out, like when I go live, if I happen to do 2 lives a day, okay, the first one that I do, Facebook Live, Facebook will send out the notification. The second one I do, I will send out the notification the original way that we used to do notifications, okay? So that way at least you can get notified twice. I am going to try and do 2 lives a day here pretty soon, just because I have a lot of projects and a lot of things that I gotta get done, and you know, might as well just go live, right? Okay, cool. All right, somebody said the Santa and red would catch my attention. All right. I do think that the Santa and red would look cute too. But I think I'd want it like a darker red. And so since we only have that really bright candy apple red, I would probably want to dim it down a little bit, maybe add some bark to it, which we can totally do. We can make a couple of these. Okay, so let's give this a try. We're gonna do this. So remember, if you guys are commenting that keyword, make sure you put the exclamation point in front and then links. So I haven't even used this transfer yet. And since I'm using it on canvas, I'm not going to fuzz our transfer. Okay, we're just gonna put it directly on here. And I'm gonna pull it a little bit more towards the bottom, mainly because if we were to cinch up the bag, that top part's going to squeeze together. So I really want Santa's face to still be like, you know, the main focus and not all weird, you know? All right, so let's go with this one. We're gonna go all in black. I can do a second one, and we can do that one where he's like red, maybe a darker red. Let's see. Hi guys. All right, so we're gonna take some ink and we are just going to apply this on. So if you are new here, let us know that you're new. Welcome. This is probably going to be like the easiest silk screening project you've ever done in your life. It's extremely easy to clean too. And the coolest thing is that you can just reuse this design. Unlike if you were to do vinyl, you'd have to weed out all of the things and then cut another one and then weed out all of the things again. This one, you just wash it, you apply the ink, and you heat set it. That's it. So super easy to make, especially if you're doing events. I think this is a pretty cool, fun, quick, easy seller, I guess you could say. You know, you can duplicate it and then you can just change up the colors. So that is our plan. I actually have some other bags. I'm gonna do bags too for Halloween bags, because I want to sell some Halloween bags. The event that we're doing next weekend happens to be in Waxahachie, Texas. So if you're near that Dallas area, come stop by. We'll be at the Home and Garden Show at the Ellis County Expo Center. And they have like a whole thing for family and kids. Where did my wipes go? Oh, here. They're hiding. All right, so I'm just gonna wipe off my squeegee here because I'm gonna reuse it, but I just don't want like the ink everywhere. You do have to be a little careful about the ink. Just wipe off your fingers, okay? All right. It'll be links. Did I put links or did I put link? Let's see. I don't know what I put. Yeah, links with the S. So exclamation point links, exclamation point L-I-N-K-S, and you should get my link to like it's got all of my links, okay? It's got my Amazon store where you'll find the bags. It's got the chalk site where you'll find all of these silkscreen stencils. Look how cool that is. Oh, I love it. My workbench, I actually got it from Home Depot. It's a tool bench table. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spray it with some water. This is a bath mat. It is completely dirty because, well, that's what we use it for. We use it to clean. And you're gonna take board erasers that you can find on my chalk site, and you're just gonna wipe it down. Spray it with water on the front, flip it over, spray it with a little bit more water on the back, and voila. So you can reuse these like 8, 10, 12 times, sometimes more, if you take care of them really well. I just like to dry off a little bit of that dirty water that gets on the back, and I find that it helps to stick to your backer sheets a lot better, okay? So like that dirty water came off of the back, right? So this is all clean, and I can reuse it. I can go ahead and use it again if I want to, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it back on my sheet for now. Okay. And then I like to store them flat, so that way, you know, it's easy to find, easy to store, doesn't mess up. All right, so that is one. Let's see, I don't know why it wouldn't be working. Okay, it's okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put the link to my, I'm gonna put my link in the comments, you guys, and then you can just use it from there. Because I don't know why it wouldn't be working. Who knows? So here is my link. It's called a flow code, and it literally has all of my links, okay? So whenever you click on it, you can get the info. All right? Okay, so that is one. Let's do the second one here. And then I will heat set these here in a little bit so that way you guys can see what they look like. I really want to know why it wouldn't send the links. I do have it set up where it should send out everything. All right, this one says hurry down the chimney tonight. I thought this one was super cute too. So we could do the letters or the words down here in black, and then we could do the top part up here with the trees. We could do that in green. Okay. We could do the trees in green. We could even try and do the house in black. We could try, right? Why not? Okay, let's see. How are you guys doing today? Did anybody go out and look at the eclipse? I stayed inside. Because, well, you know, it's fine. It looked a little dark outside to me. It looked kind of crazy, but I just stayed on inside. You know, I'm not sure. I think I'm just gonna do all of that in black. I mean, in green. Oh, let's do this first. We're gonna do the bottom part in black. Saw a partial there. Do I sell them on Amazon? Which part? So I got that bags from Amazon, which you can get from my link. I put a link in the comments for you guys, and I will go ahead and put that link in the pinned comment as well. So I'm just gonna replace that keyword, and I'll put my link in there. That way you guys can just click on that link. When you click on it, then you'll be able to see, and just scroll down to Amazon links and you should be able to find these bags. Okay? All right. So this is, oh, this one is pesto. Do I not have a pesto open? Let me make sure. Let me see if this one's open. Oh, here it is. I already have one open. Okay, so what if I tried to do the trees in green? I'm just seeing if I can avoid the house. If I cannot avoid the house without inking it, then I'm gonna have to go ahead and just do all of it. But I'm gonna try. Okay. And over here. Nuanced order size. Oh, it was raining there. Aw. Okay. So again, I'm trying to just do the trees if I can, and then I'm gonna look and see what it looks like. If I don't like it, I'm just gonna do the whole thing up top in the pesto, you guys. But I at least wanted to give it a go and see if it was possible. All right, so I'm almost done with just the trees. There's a little section right here on top of the roof. And then I'm gonna pull this up and see what it looks like. And if I'd rather just continue with the one color, or if we can do the house in another one, okay? So, let me tilt that down just a little bit. Okay, so I think that would look cool. I'm gonna try and go back in, and I'm gonna do this in another color. I'm gonna do it in gold. Okay, I'm gonna do this in gold. The house. Ooh, or should I just do it in black? Let me look at this again. I think the gold would be okay. Because then I could do the stars up here also in gold. So I'm just gonna press down everywhere where I don't have any ink just yet. And we're gonna go in with our gold ink. Okay. And I'm gonna go over the little stars as well with some of this gold, just so maybe they stand out a little bit more. Okay, now let's see what this looks like. I'll pull up the thing for the bags for you guys. Ooh, that looks awesome. Okay, let me pull up the Amazon. Let me pull up my Amazon store and I can let you guys know exactly which ones these bags are and how many come in the thing. All right. So now, let me throw that one away before I get it everywhere. Let me close these up as well. Okay, so we've got Amazon favorites. It says my Amazon store, so whenever you click on that link that's in the comments below, you can find it there. And let me get the name of these, okay? Make sure you guys do the little heart on the video, but also on my Amazon store, so that way you guys can always go back and find things that I use. I'm always adding things to the list that I use, okay? All right, so these are, let's see. These are the, oh, where is it at? How many came in the pack? Not that one. I have two different ones up there. So let me, I was trying to find the bag, like the bag that came in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it's the 10 pack. Which one is the 10 pack? Okay, you know what I'll do? I'll post the direct link to it. Once I'm done, I'll take a picture and I'll post the picture with the link so you guys know exactly which ones they are, because I think I have a couple of them in here, and so sometimes it's a little hard. Canvas bag. Canvas bag with drawstring. Let's see. Yeah, because I have the small ones in here. Those are the 4x6. I'm not sure how big that one is. It doesn't tell me from this description up here. I think they're 8x10. But again, let me double check it for you guys. And I'll just post a picture. That'd probably just be easiest. Okay, let me clean this. My extra transfers? What do you mean extra transfers? I have all of my transfers I have available on my website. So if you click on my link, you'll go to my Chalk site and you can purchase any of the transfers that I use on my lives. But yes. And sometimes I'll do like little specials or games and things like that where you can get them, and we do, I do ship them personally, but for the most part, when you order online, it'll ship directly from the company. But as long as you use my link, I'll get credit for it, and then if something happens, I can always help you, like navigate or dealing with customer service. I try and do my best to help if I can, if it's something that I can help with. They came out really cute. I ordered that with the kit. Does it fit in the shadow box? Yes. Okay, so after we did the shadow box, I saw that we had this one. This one will fit on the shadow box. You guys, I got the nativity set in. Oh, it's huge. Oh my gosh, it is huge. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, so these are the 2 bags that we have done so far. Okay.
Hi guys.
Riley says hello. So what I'm gonna do is I have my heat press. I believe it's going to 300 degrees, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and heat set this one so I can show you guys. I'm gonna put something in between because I don't want, these canvas bags are a little thin, so I don't want the ink to go from the inside to the back, right? I can feel it's a little wet inside. I got a little bit on my hand. So I'm gonna grab a piece of parchment paper real quick to put inside of it. What I'd recommend, just leave it on the ink mat, let it dry completely, okay? And then take the ink mat out, and then you can heat set it. Then you don't have to worry about putting that paper inside. But since I'm gonna show you guys how to do it on a live, I went ahead and did that, okay? So I'm gonna put something underneath it to protect my surface. I don't know, the keyword isn't working today, so there is no keyword. There's a link in the comments to my, what is it called? It's to my links, like it's got all of my links on it. I didn't set anything up really today, it just has all of my links for you. So if you wanna shop and get like the bags from Amazon, you can go there. If you want to get the transfers and the ink, you can go to my chalk site. All right, so I'm not going to do this for a full 30 seconds. I'm going to try and do about 15 seconds or so. I do have it at 300, mainly because I don't want my canvas bags to burn. And I'm just going to kind of move it around here a bit. Okay, is there transfer for the family cutouts? What family cutouts? Oh, the little stick figures. I will have to double check. If there's not, send me a message, Nancy, and we can definitely I'll get Robert to look at it. Check out how cute. Isn't that adorable? Okay, so there is one bag done. I should probably put like a cardboard inside of it. And let me just kind of show you guys what I'll most likely do. I think this one will fit. Is this one too small? That one's too small. Maybe this one. Okay, so I have a piece of cardboard in there. And we'll put it in our little bag. I told you guys I am prepping for an event next week. Of course now it doesn't want to stay. Trying to get this right. Okay. Hopefully that'll be okay. There we go. Okay, you wait until I'm done moving, please. Daddy's not here, so you're gonna have to wait. Nice. You're seeing. Okay, go watch your Scooby-Doo. Ooh, who's that? Is that the mom?
No,
Is that his mom?
that's the dad. And that's the little kid who was scared of.
Oh, yeah? Hey, okay, so there's one. Let's see. You can do it with an iron. Yeah, you sure can. I have like a little baby iron. You can do it with the iron, you can do it with a heat press, you can do it with the little mini ones too. You sure can. All right, so again, I'm gonna put parchment paper inside because my ink is not completely dry, you guys. I would give it at least 30 minutes or so, and then you can remove, then you can go ahead and remove your ink mat, but I would just leave it there for a little bit. So you just heat set it. Typically, if I'm doing canvas, I want to do at like 300 degrees or even 250 for about 15 seconds. See how that one wasn't dry at all? See, when it's not dry, it'll come off on your parchment paper. It will be completely dry now, it's just hot. But when it's not dry, you'll get it on your parchment paper. So that's why I do recommend just let it sit for like 30 minutes or so and then come back and heat set it later. Okay, so we've got this one. Let me get another piece of cardboard inside of this one. Okay. I'll put this in here. What are you doing? Oh no, there's a bat in here.
Yeah.
Oh, just kidding.
I got you.
You got me. Hey, did you get, are you wearing my rings?
No,
I'm
no.
wearing.
They're in your jewelry box. I put them back.
You put them back in my jewelry box?
Uh-huh.
So we're moving stuff over from the old house, and she found a jewelry box of mine, so she's been putting on and wearing and dressing up with my watches and my rings and stuff.
Well, I'm the blister one. There's the blister one because that was the heart.
Okay, so here's a couple of them, right? Let's do another one. I just want to change up the colors because I want to see what it will look like if we do that darker color, that darker red. I want to make a dark red, okay? I get all of my bags from Amazon as well. If you go to my Amazon shop, you can go to supplies, like shipping supplies, you'll find those links there. So literally everything that I use, if I buy it from Amazon, I create all of my links there, or I put all of the stuff in there. I've got a couple of different stores. So like I have a craft store for Amazon. I have a shipping and like, you know, craft tutorials like desk or light rings, things like that if you need to make videos. Like if you're doing it as a business or you're doing some events. I think I even have tents in there that I recommend with the weights and with the tables and grid wall and all the things like that, okay? So again, it's just all going to be in my Amazon shops. So to get there, all you have to do is, if you click on the pinned comment below, there's going to be a link and it's called Flow Code. It's gonna have all of my links on it. It says Fold by Breeze links. Click on that link and it'll just look for Amazon, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and do a couple more here. Now So I have all of these here that I've thought about putting on the bag. So I've got the Santa one, and we could do like the Merry Christmas on the side. I do have the stained glass one. We've got Happy Holidays, Noel. This is the Joy Noel Peace Tree. So you can just say Joy Tree. We've got the ornaments. And then I could do like naughty or nice bag. I thought that would be kind of funny too. But anyways, I need two. Which two should we do, you guys? Help me. Which two should we do? While you guys are giving me that info, I'm gonna make a darker red. So this red is almost empty. I'm just gonna go ahead and add some brown to it, and let's see if we can make a dark, that darker color we need. All right, I might need to add a little bit of I might need to open up my new red and add some more red because I think the red at the bottom is a little bit dried. So let's add. All right, which two do you guys think we should do? You can add water to ink, yeah. I've added water to ink plenty of times. So again, I'm making my own dark red, and I'm putting it in an empty jar that I have here. It's already a red jar, so I just added brown to it. But the bottom of my red was a little dry, so I really didn't have much of anything in this jar to begin with. Okay, so we say the Nativity and the Joy Tree. We've got Santa, Naughty Nice, Joy, Noel, and Tree. Okay, so the tree, Naughty and Nice. Okay, Naughty and Nice and the Tree. I think those were the top ones that I saw. So let me mix this up good enough where I'm not gonna see any just brown and I'm not gonna see any bright red. And then we'll use it. So we could do the, now what colors? If we're gonna do, let me show you guys what they're looking like. So here's the Naughty and Nice. Here's the tree. Should we do our tree in multiple colors? Or should we do it in like maybe green and gold? Or red and gold? I mean, black and gold. I think black and gold would be pretty. Oh, come here. No, my hands aren't getting. It got stuck on the, I think it's getting stuck on the little kitty cat's tail, so that's what it's getting stuck in. Okay? So if you feel like it's stuck, just leave it there and come let me know. Okay, if you can bring me a cup and you can bring me the orange juice, I can pour it for you. You're gonna have to get a different cup. Well, then you're gonna have to wait. All right, I added just a little bit more red. It was looking like a, it's looking like a brick color. So I am liking the way it's coming out. It was just still a little bit more on the brown side. But I think it might be good now. It still might be a little bit more on the brown side. But I don't know if you guys can, you can't even see it, it's fine. I'm like, you can't even see it. Oh, I think that would be cool if they came out with a glow-in-the-dark ink, but not sure. All right. So since I really want to see what this red looks like, I'm gonna have to do it, but I need to put it on something. Let's put it on, maybe I'll put it on a tea towel a little bit. Because it is gonna be really dark. All right, let's do the tree. So we could do gold for the star, and then we could do maybe some green and red. Let's see. Green, red, and gold. So maybe we'll do should we do the bright? Maybe we'll do the two bright ones and the gold. So we'll go maybe more traditional for the tree. Let's do it. I got a little bit of ink on the ink mat, so I just wanted to wipe that off so it doesn't get on the inside. Now, I don't know if you saw me earlier, I actually sprayed it down with water and I just wiped it quickly after I was done with it. I wiped it quickly with just a napkin, and that just helped get the wet ink off of the mat, okay? Now, there is a way you can clean your mat completely, and I will do a tutorial on that on my business page here pretty soon, because there's a couple of ink mats I need to get cleaned, so I'll do a video on that. You can use the Awesome Spray, you can use Dawn dish soap. I actually tested that out the other day, and that one worked too, so. These are going to be part of my show, Sell 'em at my craft show that I'm doing this weekend, next weekend. Yes. So we just did these two, okay? So now we'll do these, yes?
I think I want chocolate milk.
Okay. You want that chocolate milk, or you want the chocolate milk in your other cup?
I got
The white one, the white and the green one down there with the lid that you undo. You want that chocolate milk?
the sippy cups.
No, not the sippy cup. The one down there on the bottom.
What bottom?
The white with like not the giraffe on it, but the white bottle. It has green on it too. Huh? You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
You want this one then? Okay, here you go. You're gonna have to go put this up and then come back and get your chip. Okay? This is what she's drinking out of. She went and washed it herself too, because she had milk in it this morning. She went and washed it, and she brought it to me, and she brought the whole chocolate milk bottle. So we just put a little bit in there for her. Oh, that's a good question. On how much to price them at. So I will give that info as well, because that's a really good point. Based on like color, time, transfer material. So like, let's just say on average, you use a transfer 10 times. So whatever the cost of the transfer is, so if you're buying the transfer at retail cost, it's $16 for this transfer. You can go ahead and add in tax and a portion of your shipping, and then divide that by 10, right? That's kind of my basics, and that's how much I charge for applying the transfer to my surface, right? Then you can go in and you can add, you know, $1 for labor if you absolutely wanted to. I'll see if I can break it down. When I post a photo of this, let me find the link, the direct link to these specific ones, because I have like 5 different kinds in my Amazon shop right now. Let me go pull the exact one that I purchased and see how much it costs, and then I can kind of do a breakdown. I'll take a picture, I'll post a link, and then I'll post like a breakdown of what I would charge for them, okay? let's see. Okay. Ooh, maybe we should just do red and gold. Ooh, I think I want to do all the cursive in gold and the star in gold, and then I need to do the other color. Y'all, do we use the new red or the, see, can you tell? You can tell it's a little darker, right? So here's my gold. Okay, I'm gonna do the gold first, and then you guys tell me, should we do black and gold? Ah, there's so many choices, okay? What would you buy? What, if thinking as if you were gonna sell this, what do you think the majority of people would buy as far as colors go? I do think the gold is like non-negotiable. I think that it's a great color. And I do think that a lot of people use it for part of their traditional colors. Now I think black is in, red is always in, red and black gold. You always see people who decorate with those colors for Christmas. I have seen a lot of the brighter colors this year for Christmas, the non-traditional stuff, like, you know, the super bright things, which I can still come back and make something more like that, more fun and bright. But what should we use for those other colors? Okay, let's see. So cherry is part of the paste. So we're using ink, so I do have to use an ink color. I know, it makes it look more rustic, right? It'll go with anything, right? Black and gold goes with anything. That is something that I do feel is pretty accurate. I mean, I feel like the gold could really go with anything. I could do this again, and I could do, so here's what I could do. I could do one in gold and red. I could do another one in gold and black, and I could do one in gold and green, and then see which one sells first and let you guys know. Okay, let's see. The one I made. All right, I think we've got quite a few. Red, red, bright red, homemade red. I know, I'm just like worried because I don't know what color it is. I feel like I just need to test it first. Let me put on a tea towel. Let me grab a tea towel, and because at least that's cheaper. A tea towel, if I mess up on this one, it's not as big of a deal. So let me I want to do the red one. I just want to see what color this red comes out to look like, okay? Let's press all of that down. Again, these tea towels, same thing. It's gonna be on my Amazon website, okay? All right, let's do, let me see. That would look funny. Let's just try maybe this one. Yes, you can get ink in packets as well. So like if you want to test out ink, you sure can. That is what I would recommend. I would recommend you test it out first. See how you like it. Okay. So let's give it a go. So this is the homemade, I don't know, brick red color that I just created. Maybe I'll just do all of this. It would just be easier. Let me just make it easy on myself right now. This is more of a tester than anything. I just really wanted to see what the color would look like before I put it on the bag. Because at least the bag is going to be a little bit more expensive than the tea towel is. So I'd much rather test it out before we put it on there. But so far I think it looks great. I really do. I think I didn't stir it up all the way because I am seeing a couple of spots of like the bright red in here. But I definitely tried to stir it up the best I could. So when you get an empty jar, I highly recommend saving that jar and then mixing another color with that color that was in the jar to come up with a new color, right? All right. Let me wipe that off. Let's do a bit of pesto in here. Have you guys done ink yet? Or are you interested in trying ink? I think I might have an ink kit available if you guys need it. I think there may be a link. Let me see if it's here. Let me make it available. Okay, it says tea towel kit. It's not this particular tea towel. It is a different tea towel because this one actually is a little bit more expensive. I try and keep the cost down when you're testing it out and trying the product. But I will show you an example of a tea towel kit. But I have some ready to ship out Monday. We will be going out of town. I think we're leaving, I think Thursday or Friday. So most likely we won't be shipping anything out on Thursday. So anytime between Monday and Wednesday. All right. Oh, wrong color. Let me put the lid back on this. Can you mix some gold with what you can? Oh, awesome. Yay, I'm glad. I can't wait for you to try it. It's so much fun. It really is. All right, so I probably should have done one that was a little bit smaller and just used the red, but you know, I couldn't just do it all in red. I just needed to add more color to it. Okay. What color should I do the birds? What do you guys think? Wasn't sure if I should do them in gold. Or the red. What do you guys think? Gold? See, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking red to balance out. But I'm not sure. Red? Okay. All right. Majority vote is in. And they have voted red. All right, so again, I did red, I did candy apple, red, and bark, and I just mixed the two colors together until I got it to a color that was more around like a brick red color, because I wanted that darker red. Let's see. Oh, the color of the month is beautiful, but that one is in paste. So right now we're actually using ink, which has to be heat set so that way it doesn't come off. You guys, this red is beautiful. All right, we're gonna do the tree. Look how good that red is. It is a dark red. It's perfect. That pesto looks really good with it too, though. But yeah, I think we're gonna do the tree. So the whole point of doing that one was because we're trying to figure out what to put with the tree. Should we do the new red with the tree or should we do black with the tree? So now that you guys see the red, what do you think? Yeah, it's like a darker, yeah, like a crimson. I created it. I used an old candy apple jar and I added bark and candy apple until I got like a brick red, dark red. So whenever you're creating to sell, you always have to think about the buyer, right? So that's kind of what we're doing right now. So we definitely don't want to have too many colors. Usually the simpler the better. Simple with a pop of color is going to be your best bet for shows and for selling. So if you do sell product and it's not selling, but you notice that your finished pieces may have a lot of colors in it, that could be a reason, right? Because if you think about it, when you go into, like, everybody's home is different, right? There's a few things that can go literally with almost any home. Neutrals, black, white. If you go in and you put like a pop, like a little splash of red or a little splash of green or Tide, people are more likely to be able to visualize that in their home than seeing something with, you know, all of these colors together in one thing. Then they're less likely to visualize it hanging up in their hallway. So with keeping that in mind, we do want to try and keep it as simple as possible. Let's see. Yeah, like a brick red. I agree. And I couldn't even tell you how much red, how much bark. We just kind of went with it, and I added more red as I needed to. Because I did put quite a bit of bark in there, but then I realized at the bottom of my jar, because it was an almost empty jar, the bottom of my jar of candy apple was pretty dry. So I didn't have as much red in there as I thought I did. So I did have to add more red in. So I really don't know how much of what I put in there. But I would start with a little bit more red than bark, and then just make it darker as you need it, because you don't want it to be like super brown, right? I mean, unless you want it to be super brown. Go for it. I think Saucy is a little bit more on the orange side, but Saucy could work. But it's not ink. Yeah. Okay, baby. All right, sounds like my live will come to an end here pretty soon. I don't know if y'all heard her or not. You don't need to watch anything. Go in here and then knock on the door when you're done.
How do you know I heard Daddy knock?
Okay, go in there. Oh, goodness. Okay. Let me get this pulled off. Oh, this looks awesome. It looks awesome, you guys. Oh my gosh, she's too pretty. Okay, so let me wash this one off. I'm washing them as I go, you guys. Makes life so much easier. I will go ahead and heat set both of these, and we'll bag them up so you guys can see. And I might be able to start the next one. It just kind of depends on when Riley needs me. So, Robert is not here right now. He had to go get his bowling balls fitted, the finger holes to fit, or drilled or something, I don't know. New ball drilled. So he went to go do that. So it's just me and Riley hanging out today, and she didn't really want to do a live, which is fine. Totally fine with me. She gets a little crazy sometimes. And antsy, you know. What else is a 4-year-old supposed to do? Okay. Look at that. Didn't that come out awesome? I think that came out awesome. So I'm going to take this out. Okay, I'm going to take out the ink mat real quick. I am going to place inside of it a piece of parchment paper, because I don't want it to go through to the back when we heat set it. Okay, I'm going to place my parchment paper on top. My heat press is set at 300 degrees. I'm going to do it for about 15 seconds or so. Let's see. Yes, the ink takes a long time to dry. I left it on there the entire time, you guys, and it was still good. All right, so we're already at about 15 seconds, but sometimes I talk too much and I didn't move it around very often, so. Okay, let me get another cardboard. It is getting a little hot in here with the ink mat, or with the heat press on. All right, so we'll get that one put in here. Okay, so which one of these bags so far is your favorite? Which one's your favorite? You've got the tree. She's knocking already. Okay, I'm coming. We've got the joy tree, the Santa, or the chimney tonight. Okay, baby, hold on. Oh my gosh. I know, Sonia, the London frames are amazing. Okay, Riley. Oh my gosh. All right. Thank you, guys. I'm going to go get Riley. She's in the back. And she's knocking away, okay? Thanks for hanging out. I will talk to you guys a little bit later. If I go live, I will send the message through the original messenger that I used to send notifications through. But anyways, let me know which one of these is your favorite. Again, click the link. Click the link down below and you can grab my Amazon link. And I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye.